What's up, guys? Today we're going to show you how we find a lot of our good deals. So a lot of you guys have been asking us in the comments and in the messages, how do you guys find these houses? Where are you finding your projects? Yada yada. We work with a lot of good people, a lot of good wholesalers. REI Daily Deals being one of them. They sent us this property. We're gonna walk through it, tell you guys about it. One of the things I like about this house is that the siding is all in pretty good shape. So when it comes to something like this, paint this a really nice color, like the blue over here, or the gray over here. We could paint this and just make it really nice. So when you're talking about a flip, I like to see that it's a nice cosmetic thing, right? But let's head inside. So the first thing I notice is the center of the house collapsed. So that makes it more than a cosmetic reno. So that's something we'll have to check out in the basement once we get there. And you can feel it in the floor. I think you can see how much shorter I am there. Now for this house, I believe they wanted $90,000 for this. The wholesaler sent it to us. REI Daily Deals, somebody we do a lot of business with. They sent us this project. They're asking $90,000 for it. They're actually asking $89,000 for it. Then we'll have about $1,000 in title fees. So $90,000. And the ARV here is just shy of $200,000, which means that despite the cracking here, so far, it looks like this may be a doable project. We'll have to go in the basement and check that out, but when you look at the rest of the house, it's really just, you know, filled with a lot of stuff. So the first big expense is we're gonna have to come in here and just clean all this stuff out. So that means a couple dumpsters out front, a couple days labor. I mean, maybe you spend 5-6 grand cleaning the place out. Now, we look at the windows. It's got nice vinyl windows, so it's not something that we gotta replace. Now, the flooring, this is carpet. This is a really cheap laminate. That's carpet. This is also carpet in the kitchen, which is interesting. But we're only talking about, I believe, about 1,800 square feet here. If we rip this floor up, rip that floor up, pretty much rip up all the flooring in here. If you figure, let's go 2,000 square feet just for waste. You figure you're spending, you know, $7 a square foot, 15,000 in flooring, 5 grand to clean it out. You're at 20 grand, 5 grand to paint the place. You're at 25,000. Paint the outside, another 5 grand. You're at 30,000. 90,000 plus 30,000, 120,000. You still got a good bit of room here to make some money. Now, obviously, we're gonna want to replace some doors. We're gonna want to replace some cabinets. We're gonna want to replace the lights. But as far as the drywall stuff, when we do the painting, we're gonna address the drywall cracking and stuff like that. So it definitely needs to be skim coated, maybe some patches, but nothing I'm too worried about. For us, we can do our kitchens relatively cheaply because we can do them at cost, right? So you're looking at, I don't know, maybe 5 grand in the kitchen, give or take. Let's see what we got back here. Now these are actually, this is a really nice system here, and it is cranking. I can feel the heat in here. This is a little corroded, so we probably replace the tank. $1,000 we can get a new water heater in here, not a big deal. You know, another $600-800 we can get a new back door on the place. You got washer and dryer down there. So one thing I would do if I was gonna flip this place is I would make this room a little more functional. The best way to do that is just, again, there's a lot of stuff in here. So just take some of this stuff out, clean it, paint it. Maybe we even build a little wall right here and just make this a utility room, laundry room. That would look nice. Now, you come in here, and again, you can see it's just packed full of stuff, right? So, I mean, maybe we spend another 5-6 grand completely redoing the bathroom, right? New vanity, new toilet. We already counted flooring, we already counted painting. You know, new tile surrounding, some nice updated tile. So what are we at now? 30, 40,000? So $40,000 and we're almost through with the house, to be honest with you. A lot of this paneling and stuff, cheaper market, you know, like I said, just under 200,000. We're gonna keep a lot of this. Now what we really need to see is the upstairs and then the basement. So let's check out the upstairs and we'll run through some more of the math. You can see just how slanted that is. And you can see the crack here. So it definitely broke. Again, there's just a lot of stuff up here. All right, so based on this, I'm guessing we need a roof here. A roof here, I'm probably thinking about $10,000, give or take. And we've got more sagging here. So we're really gonna have to investigate that in the basement when we get down there. But other than that, now again, this is a project we would look at and decide if we wanna buy it, right? Still nice vinyl windows in there. From the outside, the whole house looked like it's got vinyl windows. Nice vinyl window there. We already did the flooring, we already did the paint, we already did the drywall. It's not too much to add up here. Couple doors, a couple lights, a couple $100. So that's bedroom 1. We go to bedroom 2 and you can see we're definitely gonna need a roof. So for that 10 grand, I expect to be able to put a roof on it and do a little additional drywall. That shouldn't be too bad. Now, keep in mind, we already counted in the flooring, the painting, the drywalling, all that stuff. So that's not really gonna hit our budget too hard. Let's check out bedroom 3. Same thing in here. You can tell some drywall problems, obviously from the roof. Newer vinyl windows. Again, a lot of stuff in here that needs to be cleared out. We already did flooring, we already did paint. The basement's really the big unknown here. So we're gonna have to check out the structural and framing integrity. And bedroom 4, the same thing. You can see it needs flooring, it needs paint, it needs to be cleaned out. The windows are good. It's gonna need some drywall work. We already figured that. So far it's pretty cosmetic other than whatever we find in the basement. Let's look at this bathroom here. So I believe this is a half bath. So with just a half bath here, you're looking at maybe $2,000 worth of vanity, toilet, light fixtures, a little extra drywall the walls. You know, we already talked about paint. So I mean, overall, not that much money. So like we like to see, this is mostly cosmetic. Obviously a roof needs to be done, but that's not a big deal. You just put a roof on it. This crack here is really what I'm worried about. So we're gonna check out the foundation. We're gonna see how to get into the basement. And we're gonna check that out. I didn't see stairs, did you? I love that movie. I used to watch it when my aunt would babysit us. We used to watch it all the time. I don't actually see a way to the basement. There may not be a basement, it may be a crawl space, which would explain why the mechanicals are up here. This may just be a crawl space. But one thing I forgot about, we're gonna have to clean up this garage. That's gonna cost some money. Figure we're paying 5 grand to paint the outside of the house. We'll probably spend another $1,000 to paint the outside of the garage, not a big deal. The roof actually looks like newer architectural shingle, so I don't think we'd even have to put a roof on that. Now, we'll need 2 doors, 2 windows, 2 garage doors, you know, all in all, maybe spend another 5 grand on the garage. So if I'm evaluating this project, I've got, let me see, 5 grand on the garage. The windows look good, the gutters look good, the siding looks good, but I want to paint it. It needs 2 exterior doors. It's a $90,000 house. Round it up, call it 60 grand. I'm all in it for 150. I still need to fix the basement issue, so I can't get into the basement. There actually is no basement here, so that tells me it's likely crawl space. So what happened is it probably flooded underneath and the joist probably snapped or gave way. So we did this in a house recently where we have to cut apart the floor, then we have to jack it up, sister in some new joists and put some new supports in. So that comes in the form of jacks with some cement pads, footings under them, and that'll hold it in place. Then we'll seal the floor back up. I would imagine, I just did it on another house and it cost about 5 grand. So if you figure, so I'm at about 57,000. I'm gonna add another 5,000 for the clean out. And then I'm gonna add roughly another 5,000 for the foundation repair, some of the fixing the wall and everything else that's going up. I'm at 67,000. Let's add an extra $3,000 contingency for buffer, right? So that puts me all in at 70,000 on the rehab. Now let's add in the 90,000 to buy it. 70,000 plus 90,000. I'm at 160,000. So I think 160,000 all in. I could probably get this house put back together to a state where I could flip it. Now the comps out here are about $200,000. Let's go 200,000 minus 160,000. It's a $40,000 profit. So let's take it a step further. 160,000. So you'll make about 25% on your money, which is pretty good return. Now, I'm not a big fan of flipping. I like to keep the houses personally and use them as rentals. So if I were to refi it, I'd pull 80% out. Now, if I pull 80% of 200,000 out of this house, I'm gonna pull 160,000 out. Which means I've got 0 money invested in the house and now I have a cash flowing rental. So if you want to check out some of these deals, just click the link in the description, REI Daily Deals. You can see some stuff for yourself, maybe you'll buy one. If you want to watch another video of ours where we walk through a property and give an estimate, click right here.